Hi, I'm Jimmy Blakeney. I'm here at the Adirondack Paddle Fest 2011, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about stand-up paddling. And assuming we've already selected a board and a paddle, I'm going to show you what you're going to want to do to get in the water and get started. So I've got my paddle. I've also got my board. The boards have a carry handle, which is really nice. So I can just pick up the board like a suitcase. I'm going to take it down to the water. In this case, I'm on a dock. Once I get over here, if you look at the back of the board here, I've got a fin. I've got to be careful of the fin, so I don't want the fin to hit anything because it's the most fragile part of the board. So what I'm going to do is set my paddle down, make sure the fin clears, then I can set my board down. Once I've done that, I can hold my paddle perpendicular to the board, put my hand in the middle, and climb on. I've got the handle here is the center of the board, and that's where I want my knees, because I want to be centered on the board when I'm standing or kneeling. We're going to start off on our knees. So from here I can push away, I can raise up onto my knees, and start getting used to this board, this new sport. The great thing about this sport is, not only are you doing a paddle sport, but you're doing a board sport as well. So you're out there paddling, but you're also surfing at the same time. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you're on the water is learn how to switch sides. So what I do is I take my top hand off, bring the paddle across this hand under, and switch sides. I also want to get used to putting my blade fully in the water before I pull. What I don't want to do is slap the water, okay? Blade fully in, and then I pull, okay? So when you're starting off, you're going to stay on your knees for a little bit until you're comfortable. The boards these days are very stable. You're going to want to choose a board that's wide enough and stable enough for you to feel comfortable for your first time. Once you are comfortable, you can take your paddle, you're ready to stand up. You want to look forward, not down at your board. Bring your feet under you, stand up. My feet are right where the handle is. My knees stay bent. My shoulders are back. All right, so now I've got good posture for my body. I'm holding my paddle. I always hold the T-grip. And also, just like in kayaking, I keep my elbows bent 90 degrees, right? That way I'm holding with the correct distance between my two hands. Now that I'm up, I want to get used to being standing. One thing people do a lot is they'll flex their legs and be using these muscles. That's not what you want to do. You want to relax those muscles. So if you can try this at home, you can lock your knees and then just relax them a little bit. That's all you need for your knees to be bent. They act as shock absorbers out there, so we don't want to lock our knees. We want to keep them slightly bent. All right? So now I'm up. Another tip for staying stable on your board, I'm going to turn this way. If I keep my head centered over the board, I can move my hips in order to adjust and stay stable. Notice my head stays right over that handle, right? If I start tilting my head to the side, that's when I'm going to start to become unstable and fall, right? Also, if I lean forward or backwards. So I want to keep that head centered right over the center of that handle. So now that we're up, next thing we're going to do is start talking about the paddle stroke, and that's going to be in the next video.